This is Frank Yosef for another edition of the Real Estate Cam with Inman. You can catch more of my stuff on blog.franklyrealty.com and Twitter, Frankly Realty. So today, let's get on the road here. Hopefully that won't make you too sick. I want to talk about being number one. All the realtors, it's just amazing how I can be flipping through a magazine and there are so many number one realtors. How is it possible that everyone is the number one best realtor? So when I first started out in real estate, I'm like, how am I going to compete with all these people that have been in the business for, I get these phone calls, I've been in the business for 25 years. How am I going to compete with that? Well, the only way I thought to compete with that is to be number one. How am I going to be number one? Sell a whole bunch of homes. How am I going to sell a whole bunch of homes being brand new? Do it cheap. So what I did is I sold a whole bunch of homes for sale by owners, put them on the MLS for $100, said, I'm doing this. As long as you don't bug me, and they weren't allowed to call me, it'd be $50 per phone call, no support, no nothing, just to sell a whole bunch of homes. And sure enough, I got that title. Now it's self-proclaimed, it wasn't official, but heck, you can call yourself whatever you want. Everyone else calls themselves number one. I was the number one, unofficial, number one agent under the age of 30 in the United States based on sales volume, all done in my first year. Did 75 million in sales my first year. Now they were technically a whole bunch of $100 listings, but that's not how those awards are given. Those awards are oftentimes given based on sales volumes. It's gotten so bad with everyone calling themselves number one or top 10 this, or actually my favorite is top 1% of realtors. That sounds great, doesn't it? Someone said the other day, oh yeah, she's the top 1%. Well, there's 1 million realtors, and most of those realtors are weekend warriors. So in effect, 1% of 1 million, let me just do a little bit of math while I'm driving here, is 10,000. So you're in the top 10,000 agents. Yeah, that's good. But I mean, imagine if your tagline said, one of the top 10,000 agents in America. I don't think that would, I don't think that'd be as marketable as being number one. So let's go over some of the funny number ones. Number one, team. I love it when there's an agent who's like an assistant who then piggybacks off of their team by calling themselves part of the number one team, or the number one, and then in parentheses it says for this office, number one for the entire company, number one for the association, or top 10 for the association. All these number ones. How are you number one? So even some of the local associations have actually dropped these awards because they created so much fighting. Because is this an individual? Is it a team? Oh, they have an assistant. They're fluffing their numbers. They're just doing flat fee sales. My numbers were actually so high when I won the Realtor of the Year, the NVR Rookie Realtor of the Year award. My numbers were so high, 3 times the next person, that they just assumed that it was part of a team, even though I had no assistants or anything. They just assumed that it was too high, it was impossible. So what I propose here and now is that we have a new system for deciding who is really number one in America. Maybe Inman will do it, maybe I'll do it, someone will do it. And what we do is, it's called the 1099 award. I don't know how we'll call it. Maybe we'll call it the number one 1099 award, or top 10 1099. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. But what we'll do is, we all really care about is how much money did you make. Don't tell me about the sales volume. That doesn't really, people will equate in their head, but that can easily be misleading. Let's just talk about 1099. My 1099, what I made, what I reported to taxes, what did I make this year, and then we all fax that off to Inman or to someone, and we decide who's number one, who has the biggest take home at the end of the year. And then we'll have an independent source that will really tell us who number one is, and we won't see all these number one advertisements all over the place. What do you think about that? I'd love to get your comments, add it to the Inman blog, also add it to the YouTube comment page. And ultimately, one last thing, I love when I see a smaller company that isn't able to use the number one status do the old flip around, and they say, we're not number